Maye Musk's journey as a mother is as awesome as her career. While she had become an internationally identified model and dietitian, it changed into her dedication to offer for her youngsters that really set her aside, notwithstanding dealing with challenges as an unmarried mother might also worked tirelessly to guide her own family, frequently setting their needs above her personal. But what drove this female to break the silence on her own son and Trump allows discover the struggles of an unmarried mother? First, we want to learn greater approximately Maye and her accomplishments. To recognize why she did what she did, Maye Musk's life has been marked by way of moments of battle and resilience, in particular for the duration of her years. As a single mother raised in South Africa, Maye's formative years was shaped by means of a complex circle of relatives dynamic her marriage to Elon Musk, a man with whom she shared both love and deep challenges, with some distance from easy in spite of their occasional separation. Her dedication to provide a better existence for her children became the using force at the back of many of her selections, consisting of the bold desire to leave the whole thing behind and start a brand new in Canada. Maye's relationship with Errol became complicated. Although they to start with seemed like a great match, their marriage was riddled with tensions. Errol changed into a businessman, a man with massive ideas and a strong character, but the courting quickly discovered an underlying unease for Maye. The demanding situations of this marriage were not just about an emotional strain, but about the overpowering obligation of raising a circle of relatives. Errol's controlling behavior and brush aside for circle of relatives dynamics left Maye struggling to maintain a feel of stability in her non-public life. Their differences grew through the years, growing an anxiety that would in the long run result in their separation. During their marriage, Maye observed herself navigating now not simplest the needs of being a wife, but additionally the duty of elevating three youngsters, Elon, Kimbal, and Tosca, elevating them in a marriage that was packed with emotional turbulence turned into not easy. Maye regularly discovered herself at odds with Errol, who had robust evaluations about how the own family must be controlled. As a mother, Maye's precedence became constantly her children's nicely being. However, it changed into difficult to balance that with the pressures that came from residing in a marriage. The turning point got here whilst Maye realized she needed to make a trade for her kids' sake. The decision to depart her marriage wasn't smooth. The burden of beginning over as a unmarried mother turned into daunting. However, it became additionally clear to Maye that her kids wished a greater stable environment. She knew that staying in an unhappy marriage could simplest add to the challenges they already faced. With this in mind, she made the brave choice to depart Errol and begin a new bankruptcy of their lives. Transferring to Canada wasn't just a geographic shift for Maye and her youngsters. It changed into a drastic change in each field, leaving at the back of their domestic their buddies and the existence they had recognized become now not easy. But Maye also saw it as an impossibility to give her youngsters the first-class danger at a better future. Canada, with its promise of new beginnings, became in which she believed they could construct a life of balance and peace, a long way far from the steady anxiety in their past. Beginning and differ turned into no longer without its demanding situations. Maye arrived together with her children and little greater than desire she had to modify to a new United States, a new subculture, and a brand new way of life, all while carrying the heavy burden of being a single mom. Every day was a balancing act, identifying how to aid her youngsters find stability and make sure they had a shiny future, all even as handling the emotional toll of her beyond the isolation she felt turned into actual, especially without a near-knit guide network. But Maye's resilience shone through in the one's early years in Canada. Maye also had to depend upon her resourcefulness and backbone. She did not have lots, however she changed into determined to make it paintings. She worked tirelessly to build a new life for herself and her children. Though she faced financial struggles, she stored her cognizance at the future, knowing that the sacrifices she made within the gift might sooner or later repay. Elevating kids as a single mom became surely tough. Maye didn't have the posh of guide from a companion, so each selection, big or small, fell on her shoulders. However, she changed into no stranger to hard work, and she placed the entirety she had into ensuring her kids had the satisfactory, viable upbringing. She turned into their steady source of love and steerage, making sure they knew they were supported regardless of what had become a frightening venture. However, Maye never wavered in her dedication to her kids. There were moments while Maye's willpower became tested. As an unmarried mother, she often had to combat in opposition to the pressures of society, which once in a while seemed down on women who were elevating children alone. But Maye additionally didn't let this deter her. She remained focused on what mattered maximum, her kids. She was determined to offer them with the love and balance they needed to thrive, despite the fact that it meant making personal sacrifices alongside the manner. Even though the early years had been packed with problem, Maye's efforts started to undergo fruit. Her children grew up robust and unbiased with a deep appreciation for the sacrifices their mom made for them. Maye's decision to go away behind her beyond and start fresh in Canada wasn't pretty much locating a new region to live. It changed into about developing a destiny for her youngsters, one where they might flourish without the weight of the struggles that had described her earlier years. In time, her children grew older and began to carve out their personal paths, but currently Maye shared a mystery. No one knew that Involved, Elon and Barron juggling 3 kids and a profession. Maye Musk's existence has been shaped by way of a completely unique combination of demanding situations and triumphs. As a mom of 3, she confronted the complexities of balancing her family lifestyles with a career her story is one among. Resilience, determination, and the relentless pursuit of a better destiny for her youngsters, all whilst keeping a professional career that demanded her interest and attention. Raising 3 children become never and smooth undertaking. The demands of motherhood are tremendous below any circumstances, however. Maye's state of affairs changed into different. She wasn't only a mother, she changed into an unmarried mom navigating the u's and downs of life without a partner to percentage the load. On the equal time, she had to control a profession that turned into both demanding and time-consuming. Many people might have been overwhelmed by means of the weight of those responsive skills. However, Maye's capability to conform and locate stability in her existence made all of the distinction. Maye additionally had to discover a manner to manage her domestic lifestyles while supporting her youngsters. She had constantly been someone who valued hard work, but she additionally understood that her youngsters wished her at domestic. This balance wasn't usually clean to acquire. Specifically, while work commitments pulled her away, whether or not it changed into strolling errands, taking the children to school, or truly ensuring they had the entirety they wished, Maye turned into constantly on the flow. However, she by no means let her kids' sense omitted her potential to juggle each. Her profession and motherhood was rooted in a deep sense of obligation to them, while Maye additionally moved to Canada along with her children. The dynamic shifted again. A brand new United States, a brand new environment, and the obligation of beginning over. Supposed that she needed to paintings harder than ever to construct a strong existence, but irrespective of wherein she went, her function as a mom always came first. Maye also needed to control the challenges of elevating her kids, even as simultaneously securing paintings in a new environment. Her career changed into critical. However, it by no means overshadowed the wishes of her circle of relatives. Locating paintings in a brand new SA wasn't easy, specifically as a single mother. The strain of imparting for her own family combined with the want to hold a steady earnings weighed heavily on Maye. She needed to navigate a task market that wasn't familiar to her, and balancing this with elevating 3 kids become assignment that required significant field and consciousness. Maye wasn't a person who ought to come up with the money for 2. Take breaks or step back each day become an impossibility to do. What changed into important to hold her own family transferring ahead. Even on the toughest days when exhaustion regarded to take over, Maye knew she had to keep pushing via all of it. Maye's kids had been her precedents. She understood the significance of being a gift for them, even though that supposed making private sacrifices, whether or not it changed into waking up early to prepare meals or staying up past due to complete work after the youngsters had long gone to mattress. She made positive they were always cared for. Her paintings, even though traumatic, in no way took her far from the responsibility of being a mom. Maye additionally knew that the inspiration she changed into building for her youngsters would ultimately shape their futures, and he or she wanted to ensure they have been well supported and guided along the way. Maye's career and motherhood were intertwined in a way that forced her to be constantly on her FT. She had to learn how to manage her time correctly, a way to locate moments of rest amid the chaos, and a way to continue to be focused on her long-term dreams, even as navigating the everyday demanding situations. Her career wasn't pretty much creating or residing, it become approximately displaying her youngsters the value of hard paintings, willpower, and resilience. Maye knew that by using instance she should educate them classes that could serve them at some point of their lives. Whilst Maye's career improved, she never overlooked her kids' desires. There were moments when she had to make tough choices about wherein to spend her time. However, she always made positive to prioritize her circle of relatives. For Maye, her kids properly being was not negotiable. She changed into continuously thinking about how she could give them the first-rate destiny, whether or not it changed into through providing emotional help, financial stability, or the lessons they could learn from watching her balance the whole lot. As her kids grew older, the demands of motherhood shifted. They became extra independent, and Maye's position as a mother evolved, but the stability among her career and her own family lifestyles remained a steady. The values she instilled in her children, tough paintings, determination, and the importance of family, persevered to shape their lives as they pursued their very own desires. Kimbal and Tosca every found their own route. However, all of them carried with them the instructions Maye additionally had taught them via her very own example. Maye's ability to juggle her profession and motherhood became now not without its sacrifices. There had been times when she had to pass over crucial activities, moments that she would have loved to have been present for, but Maye additionally never complained. Approximately these sacrifices, she understood that they have been a part of the larger image. She became constructing a destiny no longer just for herself, but for her kids. And each decision she made became with their great pastimes at coronary heart. But does her breaking the silence have the exceptional interest of Elon in thoughts? 3 kids, 3 a hit humans. Maye's kids, Elon, Kimbal, and Tosca, each solid their personal paths to fulfillment, carving out remarkable careers. that have gained global reputation raised in a domestic where ambition and resilience have been part of day-by-day existence. They had been fashioned by using the example their mom set. Every sibling, while sharing commonplace values and stories, has pursued one-of-a-kind goals and executed brilliant achievement in their respective fields. Of Maye's three kids, Elon is possibly the maximum well-known thanks to his groundbreaking ventures in technology and area exploration. His achievements have now not most effective made headlines, but additionally revolutionized entire industries. From his early ventures in Silicon Valley to his management in organizations like Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, Elon's goals have constantly centered around making the future better, more sustainable, and interconnected. Elon's ardor for technology and innovation began early. Growing up, he was regarded for his curiosity and trouble-fixing skills. His severe awareness and pressure became obtrusive for the duration of his time on the University of Pennsylvania, wherein he earned degrees in both physics and economics. His hobby in generation and its potential for trade simplest deepened as he ventured into the business world. One in all Elon's maximum famous goals has continually been to reduce the arena's dependence on fossil fuels and transition to sustainable strength. This mission has been central to his paintings at Tesla, in which he led the business enterprise to provide electric-powered cars that have disrupted the automotive enterprise. Tesla's fulfillment below Elon's leadership has had a much-achieving effect on how the arena thinks approximately electricity, with electric motors turning into a greater feasible and famous opportunity to standard gas-powered vehicles. But Elon's ambitions do now not prevent with Earth. His ardor for space exploration has been similarly transformative. Because the founder of SpaceX, he got down to make area travel greater.